Okay then, for those unaware, this is Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers. Not to be confused with the PC title with the same name that came out, about 10 years or so ago. Anyway, as many of you will know, I'm a big fan of Magic the Gathering. And while this is a bit of a cut down version, it's far cheaper than playing the online offering that's available. And it's still a great game, even though it's cut down. So without further ado, let's tell you about it. Basically, you can obviously play online, which is a massive bonus. And this is the main game. So you've got a campaign, you've got a challenge. This is brilliant because the challenge takes you back to the old days where there was a magazine called the Duels and it would give you puzzles. So to give you an idea, loading times. Magic the Gathering has got absolutely gorgeous art. That's God's Sire. So basically, you're given a scenario here. So I'm playing against Derek. He's beating me down with crawl worms, but I can win the go this turn. So using your knowledge of magic, you have to work out how you can basically beat him. So there's quite a few of these scenarios, and it's just really clever. Anyway, rather than show you this puzzle, I'm going to show you the actual game. So let's come out of here and go to the main game. Right, play Magic the Gathering. And this is an additional expansion. It's well worth the money. So as you can see, you're given all these dual Planeswalkers to duel. We'll start off from the very beginning, just to give you an idea of how the game works. So then, basically there's 5 colours of magic, and they represent mana sources, and each card has a casting cost. So as you can see here, this card here, the green in the top right corner, that means that you need to have at least 1 forest to be able to cast it. This card here, for example, you need 7, and out of that mana, 2 of those need to be green. And then here's another one. And now, if you look at the colours in the middle, this denotes their rarity. So silver is rare, black is common, and gold is rare, silver is uncommon, and black is uncommon. How long have I been playing? So you can decide, I'm going to keep this hand. So first things first, computers having his go, you can lay a land, and then if you've got anything with a single caster cost that you can play it. So he's playing a goblin. So now over to my turn. Sorry, he can attack because it's got haste. Again, one of the things with Magic is that while there's set rules, every single card can do different things to change those rules. So, for example, if a creature's got haste, it means it can attack the turn it comes into play, where normally you'd have to wait a turn. So I've drawn a card for the beginning of my go, which was this big guy here. So I lay a land, and I'll chuck down this wall of wood. So hopefully, because he's got a defense of 3, the goblin has got a power of 1, so that means theoretically he won't be able to get past my defences. So let's see what happens. So straight away he's casting another creature. Again, 2 means how much damage it can deal. The second means how much damage it can receive before it dies. So he's not going to attack me because there's no point, because I can block it with my wall. So now it goes over to my turn. Now the great thing about Magic is that even though the main game is about you getting your opponent down to 20 life, there's lots of different ways you can win. You can win by making somebody draw out of cards. You can basically block their land so they can't do anything. A lot of possibilities. And it's one of the main reasons why I've been playing it now for a good 10, 11 years. But again, it's definitely got the advantage at the moment because he can theoretically overwhelm me with smaller creatures, also known as weenies. So again, he's attacking with both. I can only block one of them, so I'm going to choose to block the one which deals the most damage, so I only take 1 damage. hopefully this is all clear to you. So it's showing you there. He's dealt 2, but it can take 3, so it lives for the round. And this gets dealt straight to me. So draw a card. And it's another insanely big creature. I mean, there's a good chance that this deck's going to overrun me before I get a chance to even cast anything. So again, he's in a strong position now, because he's already got one of these creatures down, and if I was to basically use my wall to block his 2/1, he can then use this creature to deal an additional damage, which will kill it. It sounds complicated, and there is a fair amount of mathematics involved, but it's such a deep, such a satisfying game. I absolutely adore it. So, to give you an example, I'll actually block this guy. And now, if he's got any sense, he's going to kill it. And it doesn't look like he has. So look at that. Basically the computer could have easily killed my character, but he's decided, for reasons unbeknownst to his own, not to bother. Now again, this creature here, it's got a toughness of 2, which means that theoretically it can be killed as soon as it gets put down by the 2 sorcerers. However, if you've got enough mana, you can regenerate, so any damage dealt to it is ignored. Unfortunately, I can't play any more lands, so it's not really worth putting them down, so I'm going to pass my turn. And hope that I can stabilise. I've had a few people basically asking how you play the game after I've obviously been playing on my Magic collections. So, you know, basically if you've got access to Xbox Live and you can afford the 800 points, this is the perfect way to basically get into Magic. And like I said, it sounds like it's just like a silly card game, but there's so much depth to it. It's definitely worth experiencing. So I'm going to let these guys free because I can effectively be killed by either of them. Or like one of my friends wants to talk to me. Now, that floating card basically means it can fly. Now, flyers can only be blocked by other flyers, although when they choose to block, they can obviously block either flyers or ground-based creatures. So I'm going to lay my troll. I'm going to pass the turn. So we're coming up to the end of time now. So I'm not going to have time to show you the entire game, but this will hopefully give you a rough idea of how the game's played. More goblins coming out. So I'm going to try and do something sneaky in a minute. Provided I've got... No, I'm not going to have time to show you it. So anyway, this is Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers. It's currently available on Xbox Live for just 800 points, which is about £6. And it is definitely worth getting. This is Darren Jones from Retro Gamer Magazine, and I will be back very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.